Hello everyone, hopefully you're doing well. In this video, we're going to we're going to learn how to construct a stem and leaf plot. If for some reasons you miss the techniques we're using to, or the process we're using to construct a stem and leaf plot manually, I strongly advise you to go back and watch our videos. But in this video, we would focus on how you can use Excel to construct a stem and leaf plot, like a very smart way. Okay, we have a data set. The first thing you could do with your data set is to see if you can, organize your data from the smallest to the largest. If you click on data and you do sort, you can either sort it from the largest to the smallest, or you sort it from the smallest to the largest. So we're gonna keep it from the smallest to the largest. But when we plot stem and leaf, what we do, when we graph stem and leaf, what we usually do, we have we usually have one column that we call stem, and we have another column that we call leaves. So if we have a data set, each data values have two digits. The first digit is always the stem, and the second digit is the leaf. So what we're going to do in this one also is to count. We're going to call it leaf position. So that will help us to count the number of data we have per categories. I mean, per stems, like how many we have in the 30s, how many we have in the 60s, 50s, how many we have in the 60s. That would be the leaf positions. Now, the formula we're going to use to identify the first digit as this stem, we're gonna say value. We're going to take the left one, the left side one, because we have two digits like 36. One of them would be the stem, like 3 would be the stem and 6 would be the list. But I would put left and I select the data with a comma. I only need one digit. If there were three-digit values, I would probably put two to say it's a tens we're gonna take. But if I said enter and I drag it down, it would identify all my stems. So because it goes up to 94, so I know the stem would stop at 9. I'll do the same with the leaves. I put value, equal value, then right, because now the digits on the right would be the leaves. And if I put A2, I click on A2, comma, one digit, I would only take one digit of it to be the leaves. So I click and you see 36 is 36. Then I drag it all the way down. It tells us, like you can see, in the 50s, I have 56 twice. I have 58, I have 60, 64 twice, 66 twice, 60, no, 60, 6 three times, right? So etc. We have 78 three times. Now that's what the position do, because in the position we can use the formula count if with the range of stems we're going to use. Okay, we're going to use the stems with comma stems and we close it. It tells us we have only 136. Oh, but I'll drag it down and it will tell us. But to make sure we still go from the beginning, I can put a dollar sign here, or I can hit F4 to put a dollar sign. So when I drag, the first one stayed where we started. Okay, what you see in these examples, we have 5 data in the 80s. We have 4 data, that's what the position says. We have 4 data in the 70s. We have 6 data in the 60s. We have 3 data in the 50s, 1 data in the 30s, and 1 data in the 90s. Now, after I do that, remember my goal is really to construct a stem and leaf using Excel automatically, that I won't have to do it manually. So to do that, I would select my stems. I hit and hold Control so I can select the position. After I do that, I go in Insert, and in the charts, I choose Scatter. No, you just realize it looks the same way that we when we construct the dot plot, but don't worry. After I see it's kind of a dot plot, I can hit select data. I said edit. What I would do in the series X values, okay? I hit series X values. I would substitute it. In the series X values, I would put the colon for the position. And for the series Y values, I would say, you know what? How about we use the stem in this one? Here we go. We flip it. Okay. Okay. Done. Now, we're not totally done because if you look at our stems, you realize for the vertical axis, we need to find a way to change it. Let me click on it twice, probably. It's gonna show me what I'm looking for. Okay. So because the smallest data is 36, I can start instead with 30 instead of starting with 0. So I'm going to start with a 3. That means the minimum number I would start is 3. And the maximum would be 9 because the largest number is 99. So remember, you can identify those data very easy. I'm going to put 9 for this. Okay, start with, and of course, let's do 1.1. We start, and because not done, because you see, we can reorder our data. We can display that data from the lowest to the largest by clicking on values in reverse order. You see, the tree goes up, and of course, we can continue and so on. So, what I can do, I would remove those lines. Usually, you never see lines on vertical lines, horizontal lines, those numbers. I don't really need them. I would remove it because that's how you usually see it. My problems, you see dots. We don't see numbers because we need to see how many 30s, how many 40s, 50s, etc. I would do right click on the dots, and I click right click and I do labels. Now you see everything pop up. Now after I do labels, okay, I right click on the values. I select the value, right click on the values. I do format data labels. um, you know, in this one, I would need to say which values I want to use. So I will take the values from the leaf. After this little window open data label range, I will take the range from the leaves. I select all the leaves and I said, this is the data I'm looking for. Um, we're only looking for the leaves, but except you see 6 3, 6 5, 6 5, 8 5, etc. So that's not what we want. You need to make sure you unselect on the window on the left, on the right, sorry, the Y values, and also unselect the show leader line. So, okay, you can see now most of the data you have. If I click outside, you see those are them. But how to get rid of the dots, because now you have the dots. Yeah, just unfill them. You have no line. No. I mean, those are not lines. You know, I can. Oh, sorry, marker. We have marker. I can say, in the markers, we said no borderline, and we said no fill. So now those numbers gone, but what I can see, this line is too thin for the stems. How about we change, we can change it at some point, increase the width, when we click on the field and line. So we increase it to 2, and the line is like gray. Let's put it black. Here we go. And the charts, we can change the titles. We call it Stemplot or Stem. You can either say Stemplot or Stem and Leaf Plot. okay, or Stemplot. The best you can do with it is to make it smaller. You can decide to put it very small or increase the numbers. But at some point, this is how you proceed to construct a stem and leaf plot. So, you can remove it and put it anywhere. You see, you're gonna have 56 twice, 58, and you have 60, 64 twice, 66 three times, etc. Right? That's how you can proceed to construct a stem and leaf. In a different video, we would continue to show you how to use Excel to plot many, many, many progress. Do not forget to continue watching the videos and you get better and better every day. Hope to see you soon in a different video. Take care.